3 career tips for high school students and their parents. Number 1, encourage your kids to work at an early age. It's important for them to not only develop a work ethic, but quite frankly, it's the best time to have a job. When you're in high school, you know what I'm saying? When you're young and you don't need it, you know what I'm saying? Because when they start acting up, you could walk out. And I knew that when I was working in high school, but I took advantage of it and I had a lot of jobs. First of all, it's like having a criminal record. Once you turn 18, that's no longer really going to reflect upon you. So it's like, that's the time to hop around. That's the time to not give no notice. That's the time to not show up no more. But at least you're gaining the experience and you're starting to explore what your interests are. Also, one more thing to that. When your child is working, that does not affect your taxes or your ability to claim them as a dependent. Your child can still file their taxes and collect all the money that came out of their taxes if they didn't do exempt, okay, and get their income taxes back and not claim themselves and not preclude you from claiming them as a dependent. But that's a separate matter and a separate issue. I just wanted to state that because I don't know how many people are aware of that. Your child can work. Your child could file taxes on a 1040 easy form and not claim themselves and still get all their money back because generally when a high school student is working, they don't make past that threshold amount for them to be required to pay taxes on their income. Let me not go too long on that because this is not a tax video. Number 2, write a resume. The sooner, the better. Now, in high school, you may not have any or many work experiences to put on your resume, but it's act in getting your thoughts in alignment with where it is you're trying to go. So it puts them in a position to start considering their options, considering their interests, and mapping it out on a piece of paper. Writing things down is always essential to, I hate using the word manifesting, but for the lack of a better term at the moment, in order to manifest the vision that you have for yourself, writing things down is essential, and doing it in a form document like a resume is a win-win. And number 3, consider a Votech high school. The days of a trade has crippled our nation. Every state has little to no supply of skilled employees. Okay? When I was in high school, we used to kind of look at Votech away. It looked weird because they were getting bussed away from the school. But those kids who were getting bussed were doing electrical training, medical training, woodwork, welding. And they have a skill when they're done that they didn't have to pay to get certified in. Or all they have to do is pay for a certification test and have skipped the first step. My son has been interested in science since he was born. I've always supported it because it's what he naturally gravitated to. And because I went to a public school and wanted him to do things different than I did, I already knew that I wanted to explore Votech for him. When we went to the school, initially, I was thinking he would go into electrical because I thought it was practical. But he reviewed the stuff and he decided that he wanted to go into biotech. Biotech? I'm like, what is that? Okay. He going to tell me it's basically pharmaceuticals. I said, oh, okay, cool. Do it. Anyway, long story short, my son is now going into his 3rd year of college. Okay, pre-med, biology major, all his desire that I just simply supported and guided, and I'm not going to get into the depth of that. But I say that to say this, he's going to his 3rd year of college, but he works at CVS as a pharmaceutical tech, and he is certified through CVS. CVS paid for the certification. So I'm just saying,